2, 1.
First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. We do appreciate it. We are live here every weekday, starting around 1 p.m., going throughout the afternoon, covering a wide range of topics, all here from our Fox 12 Now desk in the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. So I appreciate you doing that. Don't forget you can share these segments afterward as well if you are not watching live. So however it is, it's great. And right now, though, we are talking about something coming up on October 7th in part, which is the Oregon Charity Championship golf tournament. A number of amazing nonprofits and charitable organizations are going to be competing for a big prize, but really also just showcasing all the amazing work they do. And that's what we're doing right now, is talking about one of those organizations that'll be part of it. That is the Special Olympics of Oregon. We've got Britt Oase right here, the CEO of Special Olympics of Oregon, joining us. And thank you, Britt, very much for being a part of this and joining us here on this show to talk about all the work you do. And I think, to start off with that, just to give everybody maybe an overview and an understanding. I'm sure everybody's familiar with Special Olympics, but do they all really understand how it works? And so maybe if you could help us give a kind of a top-down view of the organization and how Oregon fits into that.
I would love to. Thank you so much for having me. Special Olympics, one of the misconceptions is that we're just a big meet in the summer and that it's for kids. And in reality, we actually happen every single day in hometowns and communities across the entire state of Oregon. We serve children starting at age 2, and we see them through their entire life. We have athletes that are actually in their 80s. And so we make sure we provide lifetime engagement, a variety of sport experiences, and sport is our platform for social engagement, inclusion, health and well-being, leadership skills, life skills. It is the most incredible, fun, important organization that I think anybody could be a part of. We love what we do and we love the people that we serve. And we serve people with intellectual disabilities.
And I mean, I think just your enthusiasm right there shows how much you love, what you do and helping everyone. And that's amazing. Like, so this is something basically for someone's lifetime they can be a part of. And looking at it from that local angle and the local level, you mentioned every day. Can you give us an idea of what a day-to-day would be like for somebody who's involved in the Special Olympics and how what kind of activities they're involved in?
Absolutely. So we have 3 seasons of sport. We have fall, summer, and winter sports, 4 sports within each season. We have 30 local programs that are county-based and they're volunteer-run. And so our athletes train for 8 weeks in their desired sport, and they work on their skills, they work on their fitness, they work on teamwork. Sometimes it's an individual sport where it's just continuing to hone your craft, and then they advance to regional competitions. So athletes in different regions of Oregon will compete against each other, and then they advance to state competitions where we bring athletes from all over the state together, where they compete against each other. It's like a great big family reunion. We just had our summer state games at Oregon State University in July, and we have our fall state games coming up in November at Providence Park. And so it is fantastic. And then we're in schools. We're in over 150 schools with unique programming around the state of Oregon. And that program, our schools are just exploding in growth. So it's really exciting to see.
I mean, that's amazing of how many different things you have going on all at once, and that is very impressive. And also, it sounds like quite a production to make that run from an organizational structure. I mean, that's a lot of things happening. So from that angle, how does that work, and how do you engage the community for assistance and support in doing all of that work?
It's a great question. And, to us, we want to make sure that our funds, whether it's donations or sponsorships or money that we raise for events goes directly to our athletes. We keep a very small staff. We only have 21 staff members. We really engage our community through volunteerism. We can have up to 10,000 volunteers in a given year. So when we're at our peak programming, those are coaches, it's event planners, it's day of event volunteers, it's local fundraisers, it's people who go out and book the venues in all of the different hometowns around the state. It's our school administrators who provide extra time supporting our athletes. It's just we are a volunteer run, staff supported, athlete focused organization.
Wow. So, I mean, that's incredible. 21 full-time, and I mean, with that many different volunteers too, to make that work. So, that support, I would imagine, is pretty big. And talking about the Oregon Charity Championship, it is a competition that's coming up among a bunch of really great organizations. So the first thing I'll ask is, if you were to win, if you were to win the championship, what would you do with those funds?
So, we're always planning quite far ahead. So I would be looking at our summer season for 2025. That's where we're still figuring out, what our delegation counts are for different competitions, whether it's our regional competitions or our state competitions. And that is really driven by funding. So the more funds that we have in the bank, the more we know, like, hey, we can have more teams competing. We can provide housing and transportation and lodging to more athletes so that they can have these extraordinary experiences. And so the funding, if we were I'll say when we win this tournament, it will unlock the ability for us to provide more experiences to more athletes. And it's such an important part of what we do, is allowing them to dream big and imagine themselves competing at Oregon State University or at Providence Park. I mean, that's just a magical experience. And so we can't wait to do that.
That's amazing. Yeah, to have that, like you mentioned, that experience, win or lose, just to be involved in something like that and to be there and compete and with everybody else. And I love the confidence that you have. So I do have to ask, Britt, will you be competing in the tournament yourself?
Heck no, I want to win.
All right, fair enough.
If it's 80 and sunny, I'm a great golfer for like just having fun. But no, we've recruited some pretty stellar golfers, and I feel very confident.
All right, so I think that's letting the other teams, putting them on notice there.
They're
a little
on
bit.
Notice.
They're on notice,
and
you will not be.
We have such good nonprofits that are in this mix, so. If by chance we don't win, there is just not a bad nonprofit. They're all so great. And so I'm excited just to be in the mix. It'll be really fun.
And that is one of the great things about this. Yeah, is everybody competing they're all working for the community and their organization, and helping people out. But still there's a little bit of competition in there. So
I mean, we're sports people, so we are highly.
I was going to say, of any organization,
It's in our DNA. Yeah.
Well, Britt, thank you very much for joining us to talk about this and just share a little bit more about what you do. And for everyone out there, who would want to get involved or want to learn more, what is the best way for them to do that?
Hit up our website. It's SO as in Special Olympics. So SOOR.org. And that's where you can find all of our fun events, how to get involved through volunteering. There's just so much happening, and we love it. It's the best organization you could spend your time on. And if you want to donate an hour, you can donate an hour. If you want to donate all year and be involved with your time that way, we got you.
There we go. Well, Britt, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate your time
Thank
being
you.
here at Fox 12 Now, and thanks for everything that you do.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. And for everybody who's watching live too, this is Fox 12 Now. We're going to take a break here in just a minute, but I wanted to say, we appreciate you tuning in, and we have lots of different segments and things for you to watch on our Fox 12 Oregon YouTube channel or the Fox 12 Oregon app or KPTV.com, the Fox 12 Now tab. So plenty of places, whatever it is you found us, be sure to check out everything else that we do. And we are live quite frequently between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. every weekday in the afternoons. So you'll get a notification of that. And if there's breaking news, this is also the place to go. But we will take a break right now. I will talk to you more here this afternoon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.